I think the president's mistake was speaking to this issue because it's so distracted from the major issue of health care. I happen to agree with what the president said. I think Sergeant Crowley did act stupidly because I still don't know what Gates' crime was. But the president had no business speaking to it when it was going to cause such a major distraction. He had spent most of the hour discussing health care, yet the news reports the next day were all about his answer to that one question. It got health care off the agenda at a time when he needed to be focused on that subject. So I think he wants to get Gates behind him so he can get back to health care.
So not engage this national conversation, not really turn this into a teachable moment from the White House.
Well, I'm skeptical about teachable moments, period. That is the term of art of the moment. Let's use this for a teachable moment. If we're going to use it for a teachable moment, I would ask again, what was the crime? Don't we have a First Amendment in this country that says citizens get to be rude to the police? Was Gates rude? Probably. Was he obnoxious? Probably. But I have been disappointed that conservatives who talk about freedom so much haven't rallied to Gates' defense to say, why was he arrested for being obnoxious?
Look, you're supposed to respect the police, and he clearly hindered and obstructed what the police were trying to do. Just to get back to the teachable moment, I think a real teachable moment about race would have been if President Obama had sat down with a black police officer who apparently wrote an open letter to President Obama talking about his own experience and how what President Obama said exacerbated racial tensions. This black police officer, for standing by his colleague, has now been called an Uncle Tom.
The one on the scene.
That's right, the one who was on the scene during the arrest. And it's this sense that people who are minorities who oppose the president are somehow traitors to their race. That really is the insidious racial issue here. And then, of course, you have that poor woman who had called 911 also being the victim of really unfair smears
Professor
of racism.
Gates sent her some
that would have
flowers.
been a better summit.
We're not going to see another one, Al?
I don't think so. I agree with Cynthia. I think it was a mistake to wade into it. I think, look, if a Harvard professor can come away with a little bit better appreciation of what cops go through, and if a police officer can come away thinking a little bit more about the dangers of racial profiling, that's not such a bad thing.
And they're actually going to continue with community forums.
That's not a bad deal at all, but this great teachable moment, no.
But there was no racial profiling. That's the point.